It's been a week since the start of Operation Lion's Roar, and I want to salute our brave pilots, the ground crews who work tirelessly, and our courageous fighters. In Lebanon and on all fronts, I want to express my deep admiration to you, citizens of Israel, for your steadfastness and the way you conduct yourselves. In this time of emergency, understanding the seriousness of the situation and following the instructions of the command, the home front truly saves lives in safe rooms and protected spaces. You show a strong spirit, you tell me, the government, our brave soldiers and commanders, to keep going until the end, until victory. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support, and I announce to you, we will continue with all of you. In a war, you win with initiative and cunning, but the first foundation of success is determination. I'm not just referring to the leader's determination, but also the people's determination. I'm talking about the determination that you, citizens of Israel, have shown up to now, and the determination that we will still need. Together, we rose from the terrible massacre of September. Together, we repelled our enemies, step by step, in the war of rebirth, and we completely defeated them. In Gaza, we fought Sinwar and his henchmen. In Lebanon, Nasrallah and his terrorists. In Syria, we overthrew the bloody regime in Iran. We struck the Ayatollahs in Operation Amkalav. And now, with even more strength, in Operation Lion's Roar. At the same time, we brought back all our kidnapped people, struck at centers of terrorism in Judea and Samaria, climbed up to the crown of Hermon, and established containment contact zones in Syria, Lebanon, and Gaza. As I promised you, 2 days after October 7th, we are changing the face of the Middle East. But we are not only changing the Middle East, first of all, we are changing our own lives. After the great tragedy of October 7th, I decided to lead a radical change. With powerful actions one after another, proactive and surprising actions that dramatically change the balance of power between us and our enemies. And with these methods, we turned Israel into a regional power that intimidates and defeats its enemies. All of this requires initiative and boldness, and taking risks. In the elite unit of the General Staff, where I served as a fighter and commander, there was a big sign hanging in the dining hall with just 2 words, only 2 words, the bold win. If you don't listen and always fear failure, you'll lose. But if you listen, if you take calculated risks, if you throw the enemy off balance, you break their spirit. Now, I will describe to you why we launched Operation Lion's Roar, what we have done so far, and what we will do as the campaign continues. Before us stands an evil and extremist regime that has been calling for death to Israel for 47 years. If you lose, if you don't listen, no, you will listen. If you don't listen, listen, you will lose. Listen, you will. Ballistic missiles. President Trump has long understood the magnitude of the danger to the United States and to the entire world. I'll tell you that I met him in Florida, months before he was elected for his 2nd term. That he did what he did, Iran gets nuclear weapons. I want to thank my friend, President Trump, for the historic leadership he has shown, for the strong friendship between us, and for the closer than ever alliance between the United States and Israel, which we are both leading. In the operation with dogs, we joined forces to remove the immediate danger from Israel and from the Eskimo. But the dictator of Tehran, Khamenei, did not respond to President Trump's appeals, nor to my appeals. He ordered the reconstruction of Iran's nuclear and ballistic capabilities, and even that they should be buried deep underground, under high mountains, so that they would be completely protected from any attack, which, certainly after achieving this underground immunity, he did it. He did he ordered the reconstruction of the ballistics, that the reconstruction, nuclear and ballistic capabilities. Iran totally ordered the destruction. What he did, what he did, what he did, what he did. The mass destruction. Think about it. He wasn't worried about the war. Released. It was released. He was released. He couldn't do it. The future in which we, the United States and Israel, act together to thwart these terrible threats. An action that would create the conditions for the Iranian people to take their destiny into their own hands. There was also another danger, the risk that Iran would get ahead of us, that Iran would attack first, threatening American interests in the region as well as Israel. For all these reasons we acted at a certain moment, and as for what we have done so far, in the first week of the war, we eliminated the dictator Khamenei, neutralized dozens of high-ranking officials of the Revolutionary Guard, and hundreds of terrorist militants. We destroyed government facilities, nuclear infrastructure, headquarters and military bases, weapons factories, missile and drone depots, and hundreds of launchers. What reduces the threat against the State of Israel? With the help of our brave pilots and the United States, we achieved almost total control of the skies over Tehran. With each passing day, we are eliminating even more of the regime's capabilities in Iran. This is also how we operate in Lebanon, with strong attacks against Hezbollah terrorists, agents of Iran. And I repeat to the government of Lebanon, it is your responsibility to ensure the ceasefire agreement is upheld. It is your responsibility to disarm Hezbollah. If you don't do this, Hezbollah's aggression will bring disastrous consequences for Lebanon. And it's time for you as well, for you, to take your own destiny into your hands. In any case, we will do whatever is necessary to protect our communities and our citizens. And regarding what we will do next in Iran, we have a well-structured plan with many surprises to destabilize the regime and enable change. We still have many other targets, and I won't go into detail about them here. But to the members of the Revolutionary Guard, those who oppress the Iranian people in the streets, I say only this: you are also in our sights. Whoever lays down their arms will not be harmed, but those who do not will be responsible for their own blood. And to the Iranian people, I say this: I have spoken directly to you and for all of you for many decades. The moment of truth is approaching. For we do not seek to divide Iran, we want to free Iran, to free it from the yoke of tyranny and live in peace with it. But, in the end, liberation from the yoke of tyranny, that liberation depends on you, sons of the brave and long-suffering Iranian people. I believe that if you take a stand at the moment of truth, the day is not far when Israel and Iran will once again be great friends. It's still not time to give up. It's not time to give up. It's time to give up. Not yet. It's still time. It's still not time to give up. It's not time to give up. David, seeing the dances and hugs between exiled Iranians and Jews, anyone who sees all this is deeply moved. This gives enormous hope for the future. Our success will actually bring only the removal of the nuclear threat to the world and peace between Israel and Iran. But it will also lead to a dramatic expansion of the circle of peace around us. Today, everyone understands that the Ayatollahs regime threatens the entire world. In recent days, Iran has attacked 12 countries around it. We stand with them. All these countries see the immense power of Israel, our willingness to fight against the tyrants in Tehran, the bravery of our army and people, and our enormous military and technological capabilities. And many countries are turning to us. I'm telling you, many countries are now seeking us out for cooperation. And why are they doing this? Why are they reaching out to us now? Because we are strong, because we are on the right side, and because we fight for what we believe in. The countries around us see the hypocrisy of the UN, which condemned us without reason in our just war against the murderers allied with Iran in Gaza. But that same UN, which did nothing in the face of the massacre of crowds in Iran, These countries that were attacked by Iran see the weakness and passivity of Western leaders who simply abandoned them while Khamenei and his murderers massacred tens of thousands of Iranian citizens. Where was the UN? Where were many Western countries? And where was the international media, which incessantly condemns us with fake news? They were nowhere to be found. They simply disappeared. Today, many countries see exactly who can be trusted. Israel serves as a beacon of strength and hope. Thanks to this strength, we will be able to expand the circle of security, peace, and prosperity in the future to proportions we have never known. But, at this very moment, citizens of Israel, right now, we are still facing the midst of a very tough battle. We will not stop fighting against the tyrants of Iran. We will strike them without mercy. Operation Lion's Roar will continue with unwavering momentum. Together we will remain steadfast. Together we will roar like lions. And with God's help, together we will ensure the eternity of Israel.